Hey, welcome to the Backwoods Gourmet. Today we're going to show you how to take a leftover turkey, make a beautiful white chili with it. So y'all stay tuned. Okay, so basically white chili is made from some white meat like poultry. You can make it with chicken or turkey, but hey, we just got done with our beautiful Thanksgiving dinner this year. We got a lot of smoked turkey left over. So what a better, no better thing to make with it for me than white chili. And the basis for this recipe comes from this cookbook right here. I'm not sure if it's a cookbook or it's an actual monthly publication. It's the Lodge Best One Pan Recipes. It's about 13 bucks, so I think more a cookbook than a magazine. But there's 82 recipes in here. The photography in this is beautiful. So I found the basis to this recipe in here, and of course they used chicken. We're going to use turkey. All right, guys, we got our 10-inch Dutch oven down on just a full bed of some good Stubbs charcoal. And as most Dutch oven dishes, we're going to start her out with bacon. That's jowl bacon, my favorite. You get that rolling a little bit. Start getting a little oil coming on out of there. Because first thing we got to do is cook these beans for this chili. They're going to take a while. I had those soaking the overnight method. And I have them over here to the side and ready to go. Let's go ahead and brown this bacon off a little bit and get that rendering. All right, that bacon's starting to render there. See the oil coming out of it. You don't want to really get it crispy. Now I'm going to put in about half a cup of chopped onions, and these are, I left coarse on purpose. I want this to be chunky. I'm going to put half in now to get them going. And we'll put the other half in about 10 minutes before the whole dish is done. And then you'll have some nice, tender but nice chunk of onion in it. Because it's going to be a long cook time. So we're probably going to be over an hour just on these bean portions. Okay, so this is a white chili. So we don't want to put any color on those onions. I'm just sweating those right now. So before they get any color on them, just go ahead and dump in beans. That started out as 1 full cup of dried navy beans. Okay, and again, soak those overnight. Give them a little quick stir with the bacon there. Let's go ahead and get a little seasoning on them. I'm going to go with about a teaspoon of ground cumin. And we'll put in a teaspoon of Seminole swamp seasoning. Up to a simmer. Go ahead and get the lid on it. We'll put a few coals on the top, just a few. Maybe 5 or 6. And we may have to take those off if it starts getting too hot. These have burned down a bit already, so should be fine. So another thing about recipes from places like this is use them as a guideline. If there's things in there that you don't like, leave them out. Find something else to replace it. We're going to do that in our recipe here today. We're going to use their recipe as a basis, basis for it. And then we're going to change a few ingredients that I want to bring in it that I think I'm going to, add to it. And I'm going to take a few things away, like some of the spice that we don't really need. So here in this pan is where I've separated the turkey carcass from the turkey meat. This is turkey meat here, all the bones and carcass stuff. I don't suggest using this in the chili. If you taste that, it's very dry. We've cooked almost all of the goodie out of it and into this beautiful broth down here. So if you got an animal, a cat, or a little morky like this, save that for them. So we're going to use the rest of the turkey. So we have the rest of the turkey over here. This was one thigh, one leg. Remember to strip all those. I'll show you real quick. Remember to strip all those little tendons out of that leg meat. Okay, it's usually pretty easy. Just got to go at it, dig them out. Make sure you don't get any of those tendons in that leg meat. So this hasn't been cooked to death. This is still cooked the same amount as we cooked the whole turkey. And there's some of the breast. So we're going to use about half of this and about half of that into our finished product. All right, guys, so beans have been on there simmering now for 30 minutes, okay? See, they're simmering really nicely. We've been checking on them every once in a while. I did put 2 more ladlefuls of that turkey stock in there. So now that those beans are about halfway cooked, we're gonna go ahead. This is the white root end from the celery that I diced up fairly fine. You want the white root, you don't want to get the green part. This is a white chili. Right now I'm going to go ahead with about a tablespoon of garlic. We'll test that a little bit later and see how it tastes. And I'm bringing in a little bit more of that Southwest flavor. There's some cilantro. We want that part to cook down real good. All right, and I got some smoked hatch chili ground in the spice grinder from my buddy and longtime subscriber Scuttle Dog up in North Dallas. He makes these himself. I tested that, it's pretty damn hot. All right, so we're gonna go in there with just about a half a teaspoon, maybe a little less than that actually. It was like one little side of a piece of pepper. It was a piece of pepper about as big as the end of this spoon from here up, and I ground it in the spice grinder. I taste a little bit, my mouth's still burning, so probably gonna be about right, but we can adjust that a little bit more. Let's go ahead and get that lid back on there. I'll let her go about another 15 minutes before we put in the meat. Hey guys, we're at 45 minutes time here. Go ahead and take a look at it. Still simmering away very nicely. At this point you want to go in and check your doneness on your beans. I just did that. These are almost ready. So we don't want to cook them till they're mush, but that smells awesome. So now we're going to go in there with our remaining onions, that we dice big. We want them to have some body left in that when we're done. Tested this seasoning also. We're going to go with 2 more teaspoons of cumin this time. Now that those beans are almost done, they can soak in that flavor. All right, and then in with our Thanksgiving leftover smoked turkey. We want that to, nice and hot and tender, but we don't want to overcook it till it's dry. All right, now we can, again, we'll adjust our broth level a little bit. All right, so our coals are burning down there. And one thing I did not mention yet, which I should have and I will now, is I've kept this broth, going on the side over here, just, very, very low heat. So that when we put this broth in, it doesn't just, kill the temperature in the pot. So if you want to put that over on your 12-inch Dutch oven and just keep it all there, off to the side of the fire, then that's going to really help to speed up the process. So you're not putting cold broth back into this thing. We got some cowboy lump going over there right now. try to get finished with this. This cook time is about an hour and a half. The stubs will go about an hour and 15 minutes. So we know we're gonna need a little bit. All right, let's give it a move over. The stubs are still going pretty good under the bottom. Use a little help. So when you need fast heat, I recommend going with the cowboy lump. Lights really fast. Of course, you know it burns out really fast also, right? Let's give that a few of them on the bottom there. Get our Dutch oven back over on top of those guys. I'll put the rest on the top. The top's just about burned out. So just a few there, just to help finish us up right at the end. Pretty soon, we'll be ready to eat. All right, it's been an additional 15 minutes. I'm gonna go in, check our doneness on our beans. That's gonna be the most important thing. So I usually like just take one, just, you know, pull it out there on the tip of your spoon. They're perfect. Perfect. All right. Now you could leave it just like this, real brothy and soupy, like a soup. But what I like to do is thicken it up just a little bit. So I just got some cornstarch and water right there. I'm gonna go ahead and just stir that in just a little bit. Just, you know, with a white chili, you don't have those tomatoes to help thicken it. So I like to just give it a little more body. That's only gonna be, that was probably 1 tablespoon cornstarch. You see how that thickened it up almost immediately. So what we're gonna do now, we'll shake the coals off the lid, take this bad boy off the fire, and the longer this sets, the better it's gonna get. All right, let's go ahead and plate this up Backwoods gourmet style. Oh, and take that lid off that pot. It smells amazing. All right, a couple of nice scoops of that. Beautiful white chili. So first thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and just give that just a sprinkle more of that smoked hatch chili right over the top there. Really, really hot. So take it easy on that if you can't tolerate spicy. Here's some chopped cilantro. All right. Cheese. This is a Mexican 4-cheese blend. A little bit of that. And then right on top of that, if you like. If you don't do it. A little bit of sour cream. Okay, just another little dash cilantro right there. That's a beautiful meal made from leftover turkey. Give this a try. I've been tasting it throughout the process, and believe me, I know it's going to be awesome. A cheese on top there, a little bit of sour cream. Kind of gives you a little fat in your palate to cut that chili I just put on there. A nice cool afternoon. Some leftover turkey. Basically, didn't really cost us a whole lot to make this dish. That's some really good stuff right there. So if you like what we're doing, please hit the like button right down there. To subscribe to our channel, you can do it right there. For another great Backwoods Gourmet video, gonna be right over there. And for a whole playlist, cooking with a Dutch oven and cast iron, gonna be right over there. We'll see you next time.